Mic check, mic check. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another day here at Loomis Field here at Andrews Osborne Academy. Anthony Camardi with Andrews Osborne Live here. We're waiting for the umpires to get here. Apparently, they were lounging in their chairs for about 20 minutes before making their way over. But they're here on the field going through ground rules right now. As they're going through ground rules, I'll take you through the lineups for both teams as I have them. For the visiting Fairport Skippers today, leading off, and they have last names with first initials. Number 33, K. Gullum, the shortstop. Batting second, T. Sherwood. Number 1, the catcher. E. Harless, number 10, playing first base. D. Damalena, number 23, playing in left field. P. Calais, number 8, in pitching. E. Shinnok, number 31, designated hitter. For the right fielder, number 20, A. Abdumalikov. Number 7, batting 7th, S. Sherwood. Number 6, playing center field. W. Slavkovsky, number 15, playing second base. And rounding out the order, V. Katri, number 13, and playing third. For your AOA Phoenix, Andrew Einat leading off, playing third. Landon Rossi, batting second, playing center. Cooper Feebig back behind the plate today after a day off yesterday. Marco Zhang back at first base. Miles Raines on the bump today. And the freshman features a very good curveball. Lex Zhang in right. Colin Loomis at short today. Connor Heineman at second. Alejandro Garcia Peroso in left. So that is what we have for AOA and Fairport. Yesterday, AOA with a very easy to leave it kindly victory, 20-3 over Cleveland JFK. Today should be a bit harder of a contest against Fairport. So we shall see as we get going. Miles Raines throwing his warm-up pitches. It will be set for baseball in just a moment. Be right back. And here we are. Umpires are ready. Miles Raines is ready. Gallm is ready. Let's play ball here at Loomis Field. And Raines into his windup, and the first pitch of the game is taken high for a ball, and the count's going to be 1-0 on Gallm. And the windup in the pitch. Line to right field. That is going to be a catch by Lex Zhang. Great track of that fly ball off the bat of Gallm. Hard hit, which is a little worrisome. However, one away here in the top of the first. A great play by Lex. Now batting T. Sherwood, the catcher for Fairport. And I promise you, folks, that was not an easy play by Lex. The pitch. That's line through the first base hole. Lex gets it back in, and with one away, Sherwood's on, and Harless will dig in. See what Raines will do to start mixing his pitches. Fairport have been swinging early. Check on the runner, and he's back. And the pitch to Harless. Curveball taken for a strike and count 0-1. Now Raines quickly back to the bump. Takes a set, quick check. Miles Raines features a quick pickoff move. We saw that against VASJ. Villa Angela St. John. Taking his lead off first is Sherwood. Another curveball, nubbed in front. Picked there by Miles. Flipped to first, and there's 2 away. Smart play there by Miles. Connor Heineman would not have got to it. Miles using his PFPs there, pitching fielding practice, as Sherwood gets to second base, and that brings up the cleanup hitter. Cleanup hitter, Damalena, left fielder today for the Skippers. The pitch. Curveball taken for a strike, count 0-1. Miles takes his set. The pitch. At the knees. Damalena thought it was a little low, but 0-2. 0-2 now the count. Raines has a few pitches to work with. See what he does here to try to get Damalena out. The pitch. Curveball swing and a miss, strike 3. Phoebe applies the tag, and down go the Skippers here in the first. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. AOA coming to bat. INAT, Rossi, Phoebe. And we're set to go here in the bottom of the first. Andrew Inat will dig in. Pitching for the Skippers, P. Calais. Battery mate, Sherwood. Calais is going to go into his windup. Inat ready. The pitch. Low and outside, count 1-0. Everyone loves the leadoff man that gets on base. That's what Inat does. The pitch from Clay. Inside corner, 1-1. on a nice warm day here, and warmish day, warmer than normal, and another strike poured in by Calais, and the count 1-2. The pitch. That ball bounces in there, 2-2. Most teams that AOA have faced this year that I've seen feature one really good pitcher, and the rest get the proverbial bullpen not so great. The pitch. Tipped at the plate, and we'll do it again as Inat stays alive. And Sherwood caught that one there. Not sure if he wanted to catch it where he caught it, but he did. So he's going to take a minute. He'll take a minute. We'll take a minute. That never feels good from experience. Be right back. So this is going to be a little more complicated, as it looks like Sherwood's going to have to come out of the game, as he is in some serious, serious pain. My guess is that he's not wearing a cup, and that's a very, very, very risky thing to do as a catcher. And he's paying for it right now, so he's going to have to come out of the game. And we're going to have to switch some positions around. And I'll get those positions for you as they're coming about. Players coming in and out of the lineup. Looks like Damalena is going to be coming into the infield from left. There's going to be a player coming off the bench. My guess is that Shinnok might be coming out of the DH hole, and they'll lose the DH for the rest of the game. And the right fielder Abdamalikov will have to slide into that position. But it appears as Sherwood's or Shinnok will stay in the game, and Abdamalikov will go into Sherwood's slot as the catcher. Now, this is going to be interesting to see what happens here with the lineup. Either way, Sherwood is coming out of this game. And if you lose the obviously if Shinnok comes into the field, then the DH is lost. So we'll see what they do as we have a new catcher coming out. It's going to be number 13. Katri is coming out to be the catcher. Going to third base, I'm assuming, is going to be what I thought, Damalena from left field. And the new left fielder is already out there. I'll have to get a name and a number. If it's number 20, it's Abdamalikov. Or I'm sorry. If it's number 31, it's Shinnok. If it's not, I'll have to go get a name from Fairport. And I'll have to do that in between innings. But Sherwood's day is done. And the count is 2-2 on Andrew Inat. As taking some warm-up throws is Katri. So baseball is a game of surprises, and that certainly is one. So 2-2 the count on Inat, and we're ready to resume. Now pitching Calais to Katri, not Sherwood. The pitch is popped. First base side out of play. It'll do the 2-2 again. And that pitch is lined hard to center field, right under it on the logo is Greenwood, and there's one away. And in steps Landon Rossi back in his usual 2-hole. Coach Murphy was experimenting with Raines batting in the 2-hole for a little bit, but he's back into the 5-hole. Rossi, the stronger hitter, figuratively and literally, as that curveball is going to be taken high 1-0 by Rossi. So Calais pitching now to Katri. Just got to get a number on that left fielder that came out there. And now it has popped up in the infield. It's going to be in foul territory. Making the call and the catch is Harless, and there's quickly 2 away. Now Cooper Feebig digs in. Strong left-handed bat. Outfield shading to right and backing up a little bit for Feebig. Calais into his windup. And that pitch is outside, 1-0. And the 1-0 coming. Inside corner called strike, count 1-1. Clay into the windup. The pitch. Outside 2-1 to Feebig now. On deck, Marco Zhang. Ceding the pink armband to brother Lex. The pitch. is low. Good eye there from Feebig in the count 3-1. And the skippers from Fairport. The pitch. Fouled back in the count 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up here. I wonder how many baseballs that brick backstop has scuffed up over the lifetime of Loomis Field. Into the windup and the pitch. Popped into foul territory down the third base line. Is that going to stay in play? It is, and unable to keep it in his glove is Catry. And Feebig has new life. We'll do the 3-2 again. Tough play with that brick wall. A padded wall, maybe he's a little more aggressive at it, but brick usually wins. The 3-2. Line hard on the first base line out of play. And we'll do it again. Feebig getting barrels now. That's a good sign. Calais into the windup. The pitch. Fouled back, and he fights one off. Good at bat here from Cooper. Let's see who wins the battle. Feebig calls time. Probably trying to throw Calais off there a little bit. And the pitch coming. Good at bat from Feebig. He works a walk. And the AOA have their first base runner of the afternoon in Cooper Feebig. Marco Zhang digs in. Hard-hitting cleanup batter for the Phoenix. Pitch coming from Calais. Feebig off first. Grounded through the shortstop hole and into left field. A base hit for Marco Zhang. Feebig to second on the first pitch swinging. First to second, 2 away, and in steps now Miles Raines. And Lek Zhang steps in on deck. Shortstop was shaded towards second with Feebig coming. And it was right to where the shortstop would normally play at normal depth. So lucky there for Marco. As Miles Raines hits one to the other hole. Will he send the runner? Oh, third baseman gets in the way. That's interference regardless and a bad throw home. Sliding in safely is Feebig. And safe at second on his way back is Marco Zhang. It's 1-0 AOA. That's a good piece of hitting there by Miles Raines going the other way. And AOA lead 1-0. Obstruction at third base regardless. The run would have scored. So a 2-out RBI for Miles Raines, and in steps Lek Zhang. Colin Loomis jumps out on deck. See if Lex can keep the train going. The pitch. Line to left field is another base hit. And it gets bobbled by the left fielder. Coming around to score is Marco Zhang. Easy. And sliding into third. A very long, majestic slide by Miles Raines. And it's 2-0 AOA. Kind of just kept gliding. Didn't stop. Good thing we're on turf. That would have hurt on dirt. So an RBI single for Lek Zhang. Marco Zhang scores. Big brother drives in little brother. 2-0. Colin Loomis fouls one off at the plate in the count 0-1. Connor Heineman should be out on deck. Don't see him. Colin Loomis digs in. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That one was outside from the get. Loomis just a little Little overzealous with the bat there. Now he's got to protect down 0-2 in the count. 2 across here for AOA. 2 away. 2 strikes. The pitch. Runner goes. Pitches outside. The throw is not going to happen as Lex takes second. And the count 1-2 now on Loomis. There's a chance here to get a big number here in the first inning if Collins can get a base hit. Fouled away, and we'll do it again. Way to stay alive, as that one's off the end of the bat. So the 1-2 again. Now Heineman's out on deck. The pitch. Curveball, a high strike called, then Nets retires aside. Curveball crosses Stone at the letters, says blue, and we'll go to the second inning. AOA got 2 there. Miles Raines a base hit. Lex Zhang a base hit. Marco Zhang scores. Cooper Feebig scores. That's where we're at. Back in a moment. Clay Shinnok Greenwood here for Fairport. As we start the top of the second inning, Miles Raines back out for work. Pitcher versus pitcher. Miles Raines winds and fires. Ground ball to third base, fielded by Einat across the diamond. And a simple 5-3 put out the start. First pitch swinging. That'll keep the pitch count down. And there's 1 away. Sure-handed Einat over there at third. Rarely makes a mistake. Now batting Shinnok. Remains a designated hitter. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And Miles ahead right away on Shinnok. The pitch. Low 1-1. Baseball down to their final 3 games scheduled, including today. Of course, I say 3 games scheduled as that pitch on the outside corner, the count 1-2. Because once you get to OSHA districts, you win, you go home. You win, you stay. You lose, you go home. So it's to be determined. The 1-2 coming. Curveball popped up in the air. Colin Loomis makes the call, and Heineman makes the call, and the catch. We saw Raines calling for it as well, but that is the second baseman's ball all the way. So 2 away, and then steps Greenwood. Good call by Heineman. We have Fairport today, Medina Christian for the LEC Championship on Monday, and then Friday versus Lowellville, the first round of OSHA districts. then TBD. As that one's grounded to third, Inat Fields fires across, and 1, 2, 3 go the Skippers. At the end of 1.5, it's 2-0 AOA. Back in a moment. Back for the bottom of the second inning. As Connor Heineman will lead off, followed by Alejandro Garcia Pedroso, then back to the top of the order. The pitch. Pitch high, 1-0. Clay winds and fires. Low, 2-0 to Connor. AOA got 2 in the first, a 2-out RBI by two-out RBIs by Miles Raines and Lex J. That pitch taken high, 3-0 by Connor. See if Heineman has a green light, 3-0. I would think not, but you never know. The pitch. Poured in for a strike, count 3-1. Now it's pick your pitch. Clay into the windup. And ball 4. So Heineman will lead off walk. Alejandro Garcia, the batter. Here with nobody out. So Heineman a big lead off first base. Pickoff attempt. And he's back in time. And Heineman took his foot off first base and his hands. Smart play. Careless base running by Heineman. As a brilliant play by Harless. And there's one away. Oh, I saw it. Umpire kept his eyes on it. And Heineman's erased. One away. That pitch a ball. That's careless base running by Mr. Heineman. So Garcia is now up with one away and nobody on base. The pitch. Ball bounces to the backstop, 2-0. And when they tell you to hold the tag, that's what they mean. Hold the tag, because that stuff can happen. The pitch. 3-0 outside. Let's see if that proves costly later in the inning. The pitch. Pitch poured in for a strike, and the count 3-1 now to Ale. And the pitch. Fouled back to the screen, the count 3-2. Payoff pitch coming from Calais, who's in the set right now. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 away. That looks like it would have been called a strike 3 on the outside corner anyway. So 2 away, and then steps the leadoff batter, Andrew Inat, who flew out in his first at bat. The pitch. Outside 1-0. Nice job of trying to frame that by Catry. The pitch. That one's high, 2-0. The pitch. Curveball in for a strike, count 2-1. The 11th pitch of the inning for Calais. The pitch. Curveball again for 2-2 to even the count. 2 nice curveballs featured there. Inat now needs to adjust from 2-0 to 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Inat's off for first base. Will he get there? He will. So, hey, Inat tends to reach base. Doesn't matter how. That's a strike 3 and an E2. So it's a strikeout for Calais. And now Rossi in. See if AOA can do some more 2-out damage. Pitch from Calais. Outside 1-0. And the pitch. Ooh, that's on the outside corner apparently, and the count is 1-1. The pitch. Line to left field. And snow cone. There, the left fielder looks like he had an adventure with that one, and the new left fielder, we'll get his name in a moment, as he deserves kudos for making that catch. Snow cones it, as if that got down, it would have been trouble. So we'll go to the third. AOA up 2. Rossi put a charge into it. Nothing doing. So, update. Nate Jarvis is the new left fielder who just snow coned that ball out in left field. And again, as I was talking to the third base coach for Fairport, they're missing 3 starters today. And their starting catcher, as Marco Zhang went way out of position to go get that one. That was Heineman's ball all game. It wasn't a very hard hit, But even if that ball had gone to Heineman, that had to be Zhang staying at first base. Heineman would have to make a quick play. But one pitch and a runner on first. And now batting, as that one's fouled way back, count 0-1. Getting that lead, getting that infield single was Slavkovsky, and now Katri batting, the 9 batter. The now catcher, who's never caught before, so I've been told by the third base coach. Swing and a miss on a nice curveball by Raines in the count 0-2. Gone, the leadoff batter, on deck. Oh, and a good pickoff move by Raines, but the runner is just back as Slavkovsky. Another pickoff move. This time Slavkovsky is more aware of a good pickoff move. Did not have as big a lead. Raines to the set. The pitch. Ground ball into the third base hole, and it's through for a base hit. And Garcia Pedroso gets that ball back in, and Fairport are in business. First and second with nobody out. And the leadoff man Gallm on to a fly ball to right field that Lex Zhang tracked down very nicely. Otherwise, the first inning could have looked very different. Now, Nate Jarvis on deck. We have not seen him yet, but he is a substitute. So you maybe not the best two-hitter that they would like coming up in this situation. As swinging through that one is Gallm. A very nice swing, compact swing there by number 33. Defense needs to be aware here as Raines will fire. Fouled back, and 0-2 is the count. And the pitch coming from Raines. Ooh, outside corner. Just missed by Raines in the count 1-2. Fiebig's glove did not move. But it was outside, in my opinion, as I'm staring right over that outside corner as we speak. The pitch. That one popped up. Can Zhang get to it? The answer is no, and we'll do it again, 1-2. And Raines fires. Ooh, another close one. The count 2-2 now. Good spot by Miles Raines, who very good for a young pitcher. Oh, what a pitch. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 3, and there's one away. Huge strikeout there by Raines. Gallm is down. Nate Jarvis steps in now. The substitute left fielder in for the injured Sherwood. Who caught one square in the nether region in the first inning and had to come out of the game for it. That pitch is a ball, 1-0. So if you're catching, wear a cup. There's your public service announcement for the day, ladies and gentlemen. The pitch. Swing and a miss in the count 1-1 to Jarvis. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Miles Raines done well to get back into it after a couple of bleeding singles that got through. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two big strikeouts for Reigns, and he's 1 out away from getting out of a jam. Stepping up to the plate now, Harless, the first baseman. The pitch from Reigns. Curveball outside, 1-0. The 1-0 coming. Fly ball to right. That's hit well. Zhang back. Can't get to it. It's one hop to the wall. Zhang fields. Has some trouble getting to it. Gets it in. Still more trouble as he's coming home. The throw is not in time. And that was just a sloppy exchange of baseballs. That ball was touched up the other way. Lex had some trouble with it in the right field corner, and then more trouble with it on the transfer and the relay. And coming home to score was Harless on an inside the park home run, as that pitch is called a strike. That's going to be 3 runs. As the count is 1-1. That one's popped. Foul and out of play. And the count's going to be 1-2 on Demolena. So we get caught up here with our scoring. And swinging and a miss, strike 3. So Miles Reigns strikes out the side, but not before a 3-run inside the park home run by Harless. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. AOA now trail by 1. Back here for the bottom of the third inning, Cooper Feebig to lead off. Again, going back to that relay on the inside the park home run, absolutely no excuse for that inside the park home run. Sure, you bobble it a little bit as you're fielding it in the corner. As Feebig drives one to right, that's going to go down for a base hit. A leadoff single for Feebig, and AOA are in business. I'll stop beating a dead horse in a moment, but just get that last thought across. Between Rossi and Heineman on the relay there, somebody had to make a clean relay. Because as that ball was coming into them, Harless wasn't even halfway between second and third. There's no excuse for him to score on that. Sloppy baseball, in my opinion. And that pitch gets away. Feebig will go to second. The count's going to be 1-0 on Zhang. So now Feebig in scoring position with nobody out. Get him over, get him in, as they say. Last time I said that, Marco Zhang hit it inside the park home run. The pitch. Fouled back, 1-1. The pitch. Nice curveball on the inside corner to count 1-2. And it takes nothing away from Harless. It was a great hit the other way. But he was not the fastest person I've ever seen. And inside the park home run is just inexplicable. As that ball is grounded to short and through the legs. And being held at third is Feebig. And into second is Zhang smartly on the throw. And it's second and third, nobody out. AOA in business. Baseball is a fickle sport. That was straight through the wickets of Galm. And now second and third with Miles Raines stepping in on an RBI single the opposite way, his first at bat. The pitch. Line to center field. That is going to be a base hit. Feebig will score. The throw to third is well in time, and Zhang is out. But it's tied 3-3. So Raines 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Zhang out at third. There's one away. And in steps Lex Zhang. Pickoff attempt. Raines is back. Let me make everything make sense here on the scoreboard for you at home. That appears right. Pitch to Lex from Calais. Curveball in the outside corner, 0-1. So now you have 3-3, bottom three. As we knew this was going to be a better game. And another check on Raines. He's back. The pitch to Zhang, to Lex Zhang. Grounded to short. Galm again. This time makes the play on the first, not in time. So a fielder's choice on the 6-4 putout. Retired at second is Raines. And now Colin Loomis will step in with 2 outs. As, of course, the runners have to hold on the line drive, make sure it's not caught. They tipped at the plate by Loomis and count 0-1. But at that point, the center fielder came up throwing straight to third base. It was a good throw, and Zhang never had a chance. Just a bad read is all. That's I'd rather see that kind of an error than a mental error. That was an aggressive error. Oh, good slide, and Lex Zhang is safe at second. So Zhang puts himself in scoring position with 2 outs. And that pitch is outside. Count is 1, and I couldn't get what the last pitch was. 2-1 the count on Loomis. Runner on second. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 2-2 now as Loomis once again susceptible to that outside pitch. As Zhang takes third. Now a lot can happen to get that run in. So the 2-2 coming to Colin. That ball is popped just outside onto the outfield grass, and making the call and the catch is the second baseman Slavkowski, and their side is retired. So we'll go to the top of the fourth. Brand new ball game, 3-3. Miles Raines coming back out to the mound. Back in a sec. Sorry about that, folks. Had a personal phone call that needed tending to. Um, so leading off right there was Clay, grounded out to the shortstop Loomis, made a nice play across the diamond to Zhang, and there's one away here in the top of the fourth inning. In steps Shinnok. The pitch inside, and count 1-0. Rain's asking for a different ball. That ball might be a little scuffed up from that brick backstop. And Rains whines and fires. Tipped into the mid of Feebig in the count 1-1 now. The pitch outside 2-1. That pitch tipped at the plate, and the count 2-2. Feebig couldn't squeeze that one. Wouldn't have mattered. 2-2 anyway. And we'll do the 2-2 again as Reigns goes into his windup. The pitch. Grounded foul at the plate, 2-2. The pitch. Lined hard right at Inat. Said it before, I'll say it again. That's called an atom ball. It's a corny saying, but it's something I've heard in the past, and it kind of stuck with me. The hit was right at Inat, so you said at him. Haha. Not my saying, somebody else's. But anyway, Shinnok's retired. And that pitch misses to Greenwood. The pitch. Bounces off the side of the mound. Loomis fields, fires, and Greenwood is safe at first as he beats the throw from Loomis. There's a weird couple of hopper there. So with 2 outs, the runner is on. And stepping up to the plate is Slavkovsky, who got on base his last time up. So 2 outs here as Slavkovsky's back up there. That was the ground ball that Marco Zhang came way off the bag for. Well, we have a second. Give a shout out to our #1 fan watching at home, no matter the sport, when she doesn't have a game herself, Marley Novak, as Miles Raines takes his set with Greenwood off first base. The pitch. Curveball for a strike in the count 0-1. Pickoff attempt back at first base. Nothing doing there. That curveball taken, high strike called, and sliding in safely is Sherwood. Or sorry, that was Greenwood. So the high strike called, 0-2 is the count. Runner on second now with 2 away. And that ball gets all the way through to the backstop and back to Phoebe, who doesn't have it again. Let's see if he takes off for home. Both of them, one of those two had to stay home, literally, as they both went for the ball. That could have been very much disastrous. And that one fouled away in the count 1-2. We'll do it again. The 1-2 from Raines. Curveball trying to nick the outside corner. Did not get it. Was close, though. And the count 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side's retired. So Raines gets into and out of trouble at the end of 3.5. AOA 3. Fairport 3. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Somebody needs runs. It's a tie game. Be right back. Back for the bottom of the fourth inning. Connor Heineman leading off for Andrews Osborne. And Heineman, a little flare to center. Diving for it, not getting there. As Heineman's going to be hustling all the way, and he's going to get into second base with a leadoff double. Connor Heineman. As leadoff doubles. Gotta love the leadoff doubles. Now, Alejandro Garcia Pedroso steps in, needs to get the runner over. At least get the runner over. Make it a productive out. At least make it a productive out. And Ale offers at the first pitch. Oh, and Heineman was off on the pitch anyway. He was looking for contact, not paying attention that Ale didn't make contact. Unless it was a straight steal, then good for him, and that's bad defense. But either way, Heineman's on third with nobody out. That changes the approach here for Ale, perhaps. As now a ball in play likely scores a run. Clay to the set, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. Pitch coming here, swing and a miss, strike three as Garcia Pedroso is down weakly and there's one away. That half sawed off swing did not work for him right there. So with one away, in steps Andrew Inat with one out, as I said. Down rope down the third base line, right past the third baseman, all the way to the wall. Scoring easily is Heineman. Inat is on his way to second. Will he go for three? I do not think so. That's a wise business decision by Inat. It's a scorching double for Inat, and it's 4-3 AOA. And now Landon Rossi digs in. Outside and low, 1-0. The count now to Rossi. That pitch a strike, and the count 1-1 now. Pitch coming from Calais. That one is popped up in the infield. Shortstop makes the call and the catch. And there's 2 away now with nice play by Galm. So with Inat at second, in steps Cooper Feebig. Another chance for a 2-out RBI. The pitch. Feebig goes the other way to Jarvis. Misplayed over his head. Scoring easily is going to be Inat. Feebig's on his way to third. He goes through the stop sign. The throw, not in time. Feebig, a triple. It's 5-3 AOA. Jarvis severely misplayed that ball in left field, giving Feebig the chance to go to third. Feebig runs straight through the stop sign, gets there luckily, and now AOA have a little bit of a cushion. That pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. The pitch. Curveball popped up. Galm after it. Who's going to make the call? Center fielder makes the call and the catch. And the side is retired. Good play by Greenwood. But AOA get 2 on an Inat double and a Feebig triple. 2 misplays by left fielder Jarvis. And again, you're not used to playing a lot. The ball finds you. So we'll go to the top of the 5th. AOA up 2. Leading off here on top of the 5th for the Skippers will be the 9-batter Catry, then the leadoff man Galm, Jarvis, and Harless. Galm and Harless have hit the ball the hardest today, as that pitch just swung on and missed for strike 1 from Catry. Both those hits were to right field. Lex tracked down the first one. The one by Harless ended up being a 3-run inside the park home run, as that ball is low in the dirt, 1-1. Miles Raines into his 5th inning of work, the wind and fire. Little flare to second base. Landon Rossi in to make the call and the catch, as it looks like we have a new second baseman for Andrews Osborne, as Heineman and Rossi have switched positions. Heineman, of course, now in center field. So now batting the leadoff man, Galm. Struck out in his last at bat. The pitch. Curveball inside corner, strike one, 0-1. And the pitch. Another beautiful curveball broken off there by Raines in the count 0-2. See what Raines does to mix it up here against Galm, should he mix it. Galm gets a little closer to the plate to protect. Raines shaking off Fiebig. Time called by Galm. Battle of Wit turns into a battle of wits now. As Raines goes to the set. Shakes off Fiebig a couple times again. 3 times, 4 times. The 5th sign he liked. Let's see what it is. Another curveball in the inside corner, and we'll do the 0-2 again. 4 shakeoffs and back to the well with the curveball. See what we have here. Nope, nope. Yep. This time was on 3. The pitch. Fastball high, fouled back by Galm. So the count will remain 0-2 on the skipper's leadoff batter. This time it's on 1. The pitch. Fastball just missed. Tried to paint the outside corner. 1-2 to Galm. This time it's on 3. The pitch. Curveball grounded to third. Inat. Sunday hop. Across the diamond. Squeezed by Zhang. And there's 2 away. Cooper Fiebig fixing his gear. Gotta save those knees. The pitch. Outside 1-0 to Jarvis. Raines can get out of this inning without facing Harless. Let's call that a win. Swing and a miss, count 1-1. The pitch. Outside corner paint, 1-2. Miles Raines working economically today. So I think. The pitch is low in the count 2-2. Perhaps lucky that wasn't swung on and missed or called strike 3 as it got away from Fiebig. It's a rare one that squeaks by him. Jarvis might have reached on it. The 2-2 from Raines. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down go the Skippers in the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. AOA still hold a 5-3 lead. Looking for more. Call that insurance. And we'll be right back. Anthony Camardi, AOL at AOA. BRB. Back for the bottom of the fifth inning, leading off Miles Raines, then Lex Zhang and Colin Loomis. As that first pitch is outside, 1-0. The pitch is a little low in the count, 2-0 to Raines. The pitch. Outside 3-0. Calais still out there into his fifth inning of work. At this point, with nobody out, we'll call it 4+. The pitch. And that one misses. 4 straight. So Raines reaches first for the leadoff walk, and Lex Zhang will be the batter. He's been swinging a good bat today. A little bit more of an exciting game today. No left fielders or center fielders bathing in center field and in the outfield, taking their candids for beach photos. Calais deals. Outside corner called strike, 0-1. Yes, the game was that exciting yesterday. But a win's a win. You play who's in front of you. And today the Skippers are putting up much more of a fight as that one's through the first base, second base hole as Lex Zhang, beautiful hitting, going the other way. There's a hole right there. Lex Zhang hit it right there. Second baseman playing up the middle. So first and second, nobody out, and Colin Loomis at the plate. Ball in play, make something happen. That's what I say. First pitch, bunt laid down by Loomis. It's a nice one. Calais to Harless, and there's one away. So that's good. That's small ball right there. That is good baseball. A beautiful bunt laid down by Loomis. That's why you practice it. So it's second and third now with one away and an RBI opportunity for Heineman, who had a hustle double in his last at-bat. Stole third and eventually scored. And that pitch called a strike on the outside counter. The count 0-1 on Connor. Insurance would be nice here for Heineman. And now it's lined to right field. Another base hit the other way. Raines scores. Coming around is Zhang. The throw is not in tow. That might have been, oh, that was close. That was very close. Zhang called safe on a good low slide, as that was a missile thrown by Harless to home. That was much closer than what it appeared. Nonetheless, it's a 2 RBI single for Heineman, and it's 7-3 AOA. Now pinch hitting for Garcia Pedroso is Mauricio Garza. So Mao's going to get some cuts in here. I know his parents are watching back home in Monterrey. Sol and Jerry. Hola, ¿qué pasa? Tonio sends his best. Mao digs in. The pitch from Calais. Curveball taking a strike by Mao in the count 0-1. With one away here and Heineman on first after that 2 RBI double. Or single. And Mao swings and misses 0-2. Nice healthy cut there by number 10. Pulls his head off a little bit. Needs to stay on the ball. Outside pitch. Go with it. And that curveball is called strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Or 2 outs, and then steps Andrew Einat. Pickoff attempt, and Heineman's back. Say, buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenas noches. The pitch. Curveball, strike 1 to Einat. The pitch. Outside 1-1 to count to Inat. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, two more insurance runs across for Andrews Osborne. The only inning they did not score was the second. And another curveball on the inside corner, 1-2. The old it's like a backdoor curveball. It's coming at you. Really hard to get a good read on it. It's just a good pitch. And Clay has been featuring that nicely. And the runner's in motion. Second baseman going to cover the bag. And another hit through the hole for AOA. They've been doing that all game. Runner in motion, hitting the ball through the hole. Beautiful small ball by Andrews Osborne today. 2 away. And now runners on the corners for Landon Rossi. The pitch. Inside 1-0. The pitch. That curveball taken for a strike. 1-1 now to Landon. Looking for a little bit more insurance here for his starting pitcher, Miles Raines. The pitch. Outside, gets away. Heineman is going to dig for the plate. The throw. Not in time. He's saying, oh no! That's a bad call. Yes, the throw beat him, but his hand got in. Umpire makes the call. He calls him out. So we'll go to the top of the sixth inning. 7-3 AOA. In my humble opinion, Heineman got there. The throw got there plenty of time before the tag or before the runner, but the hand got in. The hand is quicker than the eye. But Blue says no. We go to the sixth inning. Back in a second. And we're back to the top of the sixth inning at Loomis Field in Willoughby, Ohio at Andrews Osborne Academy. Miles Raines into his sixth inning of work and a strike poured over the plate. And count 0-1 to the three batter, Harless. Had an inside the park 3-run home run in his last at bat. That pitch is outside and count 1-1. After that, it's been clinical for Raines. As only one runner has reached. Another call on the inside corner and count 1-2. Harless didn't like it. And the pitch from Raines. Curveball roped to left field. You had to know that Harless was ready for it. As this time the pitch goes all the way to the wall. Harless will dig into second with a leadoff double. And the Skippers are not done yet. Now stepping in the plate Damalena with Harless on second. Rain's going to stay out there. And that ball bouncer. Oh, mishandled by Rossi. Still at first, got him in time. As we have a special guest in the booth, Dylan Westbrook. Dylan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not bad. Very nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
So I heard you were a baseball stud here at AOA.
Oh no, I used to play on the field. I used to be around the game. Had a pretty good senior year. Led our school to a very first LEC championship, and now we've set a standard for those guys.
So how do we get back to the action here? That last pitch from Damalena, that ball's roped right at Einat
Right
again.
at
So Einat is a magnet for the baseball today as there's two away. Getting back to third with Harless. The play before that was just a simple roller and looked like it was who's at second now? Rossi's now at second. It's flipped to Zhang. So two away after the leadoff double. So Dylan, back to you. What you graduated 2 years ago? You said.
graduated two. I graduated 2 years ago. Yeah, class of 2024, and I have a lot of years in this program, but what's more important is the guys on the field right now. And number one, we have to highlight Miles, a freshman, and he's dealing today. Absolutely, a phenomenal game from him that I've spotted so far. We have Andrew playing some great lockdown defense. Connor Heineman, a very notable hitter of today's game. I just watched him get a double. Just watched him rope a single down the line. I mean, these guys are really coming together and piecing together their own parts to make a great team. I mean, what are they? 10-2, going on 11-2. They win this game. I just have to give my props to the guys. That's all.
Absolutely. I mean, Heineman started here at third base, had a little bit of issues. Einat comes right in. He's a magnet. He gets on base all the time, leadoff hitter,
Mm-hmm.
and he just makes play after play at third. Rarely do you see him make an error. It's a very good young, like you said, a very good young team. The only players they're losing are Sub Watanyar and Heineman, who's having a good game today. But I think Connor got sick and tired of me giving him a hard time for not getting hits. So he's hammering the ball today. He's had a great game.
Mm-hmm.
And again, earlier in the game, not sure when you got here, but right in the first inning, their starting catcher took a well. Let's just say the catcher wasn't wearing a cup.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. He had to come out of the game. So that right there, that's kind of a bonus for AOA.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, yes. But Harless right there looks like he hurt himself sliding in the third. He had to get checked there by the trainer. But we're back. Miles is going to take the rubber again, and Shinnok is going to take his swings now. I would never have thought Psenak would be pronounced Shinnok. I'm glad I asked the coach before the game.
Absolutely, dude. You never know. All these people, very strange names. I mean, I even get my name mispronounced. I don't even know how. My name's Dylan. Dylin.
I mean, even me. Okay, so Camardi is a very Italian name, right? Camardi. As actually how it's spelled, exactly how it sounds. I can't tell you how many times it's been mispronounced.
I mean, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to be mean, but sometimes people are just not using their brain nowadays, right?
It does happen.
It does happen.
Myself included.
Oh, we all have our moments for sure. You're sitting at that vending machine, chips looking at you, punching the wrong number.
Oh, and then you get Snickers.
Oh, Snickers are a go-to now.
They are good though.
Absolutely. Airheads?
Love them.
Of course.
Favorite flavor?
Of?
Airheads.
Airheads? Ooh. Gotta go with cherry, no?
Cherry. I like grape myself.
Ooh, grape's a great one. Blue Raz.
Blue Raz also very good.
Very consistent.
So aside from candy, what was it like being back on campus after a couple of years?
Definitely a lot different. I mean, I noticed that very nice scoreboard that we have, hailing in center field. I mean, I also noticed this press box that I'm in right now, and I'm speaking to you guys live as we're watching the game.
Shinnok grounds the ball through the hole of short and third. It's like Alejandro gets that one back in, and it's one run back there for the Skippers. and it's 7-4. Base hit by Shinnok. As you were saying, Dylan.
Yeah, I just see like a lot of new stuff. I've seen new stuff, but old faces. It just feels very nice to be back. Very nostalgic. Very welcoming now for sure. And love seeing my old guys I used to play with. I used to play with Connor. I used to play with Saban. I used to play with Lex and Ale. So I know those guys, and it's just good to see them flourishing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this is my first year here at AOA, so everything was new to me coming in. So this press box to me, this was here.
Oh,
So
well, it was not here before. I'll tell you that much. It was an empty room, and it was a lot of wondering. But now we're here, and this is what it was made for.
absolutely. Let's see, digging in now for the skippers. Let's not get away from the game too much as we check on the runner. We have number 6 on the back, number 7 on the lineup, Greenwood. Wow, that was completely not done on purpose. I'm not going to say it again, but you heard me. The pitch popped up in the infield. Oh, in foul territory. Fiebig there. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So hold that thought as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Dylan Westbrook with Anthony Camardi. Thanks again, Dylan. If you join me for another half inning, we'll get a little bit more talk. But we'll take a break. Be right back, folks. Thanks for watching.
I'm
All right.
trying. Okay.
Back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Landon Rossi to lead off a pitching change for the skippers as changing positions will be Slavkovsky and Calais. Calais went 6, gave up 7. Again, not intended. Not intended.
And my senior year was actually only the second year that this field was finished. I mean, we have to give some love to the Loomis family, especially Colin Loomis. I've worked side with him at the AOA practices. I mean, absolutely great guy, and his family's just done so much for us, and we just have to give them we have to give them their love.
Oh, 100%. Done for your family, for the school, for everything. And I had Colin doing a couple basketball games with me during the winter, as that was just well inside the Rossi 3-0.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, Bob Euchre there. But yeah, Colin's got a talent with the commentating too if he sticks with it the next few years. I've got three more years to mold the clay, if you will. Ow,
Ooh,
that doesn't feel good. Nothing like taking a 3-0 pitch in the ribs.
I'll tell you what, those ones sting for sure. Good luck. Good thing that the pitcher wasn't throwing too fast,
Yes, if that was, yeah,
though.
yeah. It's different if you have Landon throwing that one at you.
Oh, if you got Landon throwing that at you, you're gonna feel that one for a few weeks for sure.
So I'm sure I'm gonna give him a hard time about that tomorrow. Or no, maybe Monday when I see him again. Well, field umpire gets into the B position,
Man,
and
Feebig has really grown as a hitter since his freshman year.
he's a big, strong kid. And that pitch taken low, 1-0. And he roped that triple. I mean, Jarvis didn't exactly take the best routes of that ball, but it was hit hard the other way.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-0. Taken at the knees for a strike, 1-1.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I would have taken that one, but you gotta respect the hitter's decision. He's looking for his pitch.
He wants his, yes.
He wants his.
Absolutely. You played any other sports here, Dylan, when you were here?
Yeah. Or wait, what is that?
Any other sports while you were here?
No, only
Just
baseball
baseball?
for me. That was the only sport that I ever really liked.
Not a bad thing.
I think it's the greatest sport that you can play. Teaches you a lot.
Just remember I was ended up joining a men's league back home in Connecticut as that ball's hit hard. That's gonna be a foul ball.
Oh,
The count would be 1-2 now to Feebig. Um, if I hadn't played in a few years, we'll say to be polite, and my manager goes, "Hey, you're a catcher, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Gear up." It's a 9 inning doubleheader.
oh wow.
No, yeah.
Well, that'll do it, huh?
So I got back in game shape pretty quickly.
Have to.
So the 1-2 coming from Slavkovsky to Feebig. And that
Ooh.
one gets a piece of Feebig as well. So 2 batters for Slavkovsky and 2 hits batsmen, 1 righty, 1 lefty. So we got both ends of the plate covered.
Pitcher's gonna need to tame that arm for sure. He's gonna load this up. And we do not want Miles at and this other team does not want Miles at the plate with all ducks on the pond.
No, he does not. Also with they're chasing 3 right now with 3 outs to play with. As that's a high strike called, and the count is 0-1.
But very notable in the box, Marco Jang having a monster season. I mean, this kid came out of absolutely nowhere. Didn't even play baseball growing up, and then he just picked up the sport and just such a natural knack for the game. It has to be commended, no?
Absolutely. And yeah, only been playing for a couple of years, but he's a cleanup batter. He's a good hitter, and he hits the ball hard, and he plays a good, pretty solid first base.
Mm-hmm.
The pitch. And there's
And
there's that little knuckle curve we were talking about, but a little flare to center field, and there's be one away, and center fielder Greenwood Miles Rains steps up, not quite the bases loaded, but chance to get an RBI here. Another one for Miles.
Still a dangerous spot for the pitcher. He's gonna want to be careful here and not give up anything too easy.
If there's any further damage here by AOA, and it just makes the job a lot harder for Fairport as Miles didn't
And
really.
is that the third batter he's almost hit? That's the third batter he's almost hit. I mean, what is going on?
I have to imagine that he's not. And before the game, the Fairport coach did say he's missing 3 starters. No excuses, but that one gets away. The runners will advance 90 feet. Lex almost picked up that ball. That would not have been good.
Oh, Lex lacks on paying attention sometimes, but he's a real showcase of talent when you get him on the right game.
Absolutely. He's pretty good at baseball. Baseball's a good one for him.
And similar to his brother, picked up baseball fairly recently, and he's shown pretty good talent.
That pitch taken high. Good eye there by Miles. 3-0. We could get the bases full of Phoenix for Lex with less than 2 outs. And in theory, you should score a run in that situation.
You have to.
The pitch. Whoa.
Way outside.
So Reigns reaches.
I think he was trying to hit a bird there. Not going to lie.
He did certainly lose control of that one. So Lex will be up. We're going to call time on the mound to see if we have a pitching change, we'll take a break. If we don't, we'll stay right here. But you did mention that knuckle curve that knuckleball that it looked like. It looked like he was trying to push off or something there. Maybe more of a knuckle curve action than a knuckleball, but still not quite in control of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, and at this level, if that's a pitch that's not fully under control, we shouldn't be throwing that. You know what I mean? Stick to a nice fastball, stick to a good curveball and a changeup, and maybe you can throw in a sweeper and a slider. But at the high school level, and at this level especially, not a knuckle curve. I mean,
It's a lot.
That's got to be yours if you're going to throw it.
That's a lot.
And it doesn't seem to be his. It doesn't seem.
I mean, a pitcher like Rossi, who he has command of 3 pitches.
Very
But
good.
at this level, if you have a fastball and a good curveball, you should be in good shape. But if you mix a changeup in there, you'll get hitters screw driving themselves into the ground.
Absolutely. And I think something that a lot of people are missing nowadays, so many kids are worried about velocity, inches of break. But what you should be worried about is, are you hitting your spots? Are you hitting your spots? That's all. If you can hit your spots and you got 2 good pitches, I think you can go pretty far.
Another pitching change here for the Skippers, as Greenwood will come in. I saw Calais going out to center field, which would suggest that Slavkowski is going to go out to center, or excuse me, to back to second base, where he began. So as he's throwing his warm-ups, we'll take a quick break and be back in a moment. And we're back here after a meeting of the minds on the mound, and Greenwood got his warm-ups in. Lex Zhang digs in with 1 out and sees the first pitch poured in from Greenwood as a strike. Chance to really put this game out of reach.
Now, you may have watched that and said, why didn't he swing? But that's textbook. Always got to watch the first one in.
Oh, from the new pitcher? Absolutely.
And now he's going to rope one.
Oh, good thing that fence is there. That person
almost died. No, I'm joking.
Look out, Mrs. Rossi. So 0-2. And that one, this is a chance for a double play. On the second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. It's an RBI. Actually, no, it's not. No, it is an RBI. You cannot assume the double play. So Reigns is erased at second. Or should we? That was Reigns?
Yes.
Rossi scores. Reigns erased at second. We'll have first and third and a productive out from Lex Zhang. And that fly ball to left by Loomis. Will that get down? No, it will not. Jarvis will make the play. The sides are tired. However, the Phoenix get an insurance run. We'll go to the top of the 7th. AOA up 4. And let's see if Loomis comes out for the 7th or if Coach Murphy is going to let Reigns finish it off. And we're back for the top of the seventh. The Skippers have 3 outs to get 4 runs. Miles Raines back out there to close it out should he need it. Loomis is warm in case Miles gets into a jam. Leading off is going to be Slavkowski for the Skippers. And Raines will go into his windup and the pitch to Feebig. Grounded to Zhang. Got to get over. Who's there? And he got him by half a step.
Good, great play by Miles. That's great textbook play by the pitcher. Make sure he's running towards the bag as the ball's traveling down the line. A lot of guys make that mistake in high school, but that was great. And he's only a freshman, remembering everything you need to know, even the little things.
Textbook PFP right there. The pitch to Jarvis, fouled into the mitt of Feebig, and the count 0-1.
And it looks like he was lost on that.
Is that
one.
Jarvis? That's not Jarvis. Believe are we back? We're back. No, we're at the bottom of the order. That was Slavkowski. This is Katri. Down ground to third. The sure-handed Inat Sunday hop. Cross the diamond, more conventional that time. And
Right
there's
on the money.
quickly 2 away. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
And you heard that dugout getting chippy at the beginning of the inning, but looks like they're dying down now as 2 quick outs from the Phoenix. Great defense.
Yes, indeed. And there's both Rossi and Raines on that ball back to Marco. That's the second time Marco got pulled way out of position, but thankfully Raines was right there. He beat him by half a step, and hey, in baseball, that's all you need.
That's all you need. You get him by an inch or a mile. That's what Coach Murphy always says, but doesn't matter. That's the bottom line.
It's a wise man.
Very wise. Great coach.
So the 1-0 now to Gollum, the leadoff man. Another shot for the Inat. This should do it. Cross the diamond. High throw, and this game will continue as Gollum slides safely in the first. Didn't need it as the throw was high. But with a 4-run lead, 2 outs, I'm not worried yet.
Hey, that's a rare error from INAT, but hey, I get it. I've been there. End of the game, you've been having a good season defensively, having a good game defensively. You lose your touch. We've all been there, but we're gonna get back into this and make a great play to finish up this game.
Absolutely. Now Jarvis takes it. Again, Jarvis did not start this game. I'm sure he wasn't even expecting to play. When the catcher went out in the first inning, he got put into action. A couple balls got hit his way, misplayed him, and I'm not sure if he's made contact yet at the plate. So hopefully that will continue as a check on the runner who's back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'd be trying to steal bases down 4.
Overall, I think you're thinking easy out? Possibly. Let's see. Here's the pitch.
I'm going to knock on wood as it's a called strike on the outside corner. One thing I've noticed in Ohio, these umpires give the extreme outside corner.
Absolutely. That's a gift from the gods, as they like to say.
And the pitch by Raines. That one, a liner. Oh, Zhang couldn't handle it. Plenty of time, though. Collects, recovers, steps on first. Ball game over. Phoenix win.
Outstanding job from the boys. Great win.
So the final score, Phoenix 8. The Fairport Skippers 4. AOA improved to 11-2. Phoenix win. Phoenix win. Dylan, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming out today.
Absolutely. No, it was my pleasure to be up here. Great time being
So, not sure how many more games we'll be around for, but Monday we have the LEC Championship either at Medina, depending on their field condition, or here, again, depending on their field condition. And then the state districts coming up next Friday here at home against Louisville.
Well, I might have to make an appearance.
Well, if you do, be sure to stop up here. We'll get you up and get you back on the mic.
Absolutely.
Hey, appreciate the time.
Great talking with you.
All right, everybody. As the sun comes out, the shadows get long. The Phoenix are victorious yet again. I'm Anthony Camardi with AOL at AOA. We'll see you next time.